I was a small business owner for over 40 years. Obviously, small business is the backbone of this economy. In fact, in the best economy in my generation, which Mr. Moore mentioned, 70% of all new jobs created were small business, and small business created over, was working about 50% of the workforce at that time. The Biden Department of Labor's, and let's talk about the PRO Act and just clear this up a little bit. The Biden Department of Labor proposed independent contractor classification rule that would significantly muddy the waters on the standards used to determine independent contractor status and would significantly undermine the independent contractor model, if not destroy it entirely. This attack on independent contractors by a Democratic administration is nothing new. We had the same challenge under the last term of the Obama administration when I was first elected to Congress. During the COVID pandemic, we saw that 60+ million Americans wanted more flexibility, and their livelihoods depended on the flexibilities that being an independent contractor provides. My Employee Rights Act, which I have co-authored with Tim Scott in the last Congress, would codify the common law definition of an employee, allowing independent contractors to keep the flexibility that they currently enjoy. Mr. Akers, under this Labor Department rule, how would that impact your overall business operations?
Excuse me. Would dramatically impact it. We lose total control over our employees. They're driven by other guidance outside of our sphere of influence. So this takes away the opportunity for me as an entrepreneur to change the lives of my employees, to give them a better existence, change the lives for their children, because one size fits all doesn't work nationwide. The economic situation in Iowa completely different than other states.
Well, obviously, bottom up is better than top down. That's the way America runs, is bottom up, and we are a grassroots country. And thank you, sir, for what you're doing. Mr. Spear, what is your assessment on this proposed Biden independent contractor rule and how it would impact your industry?
We've got about 350,000 independent contractors nationwide. California, as I mentioned, this AB5, 70,000 independent contractors in California. And every day we're moving, milk, eggs, bread to vaccines. I mean, if you want the things that you need and want, you're going to need a driver. We're already short 78,000. Now we're going to exacerbate that number with another 350,000 by making the requirements so vague that it literally makes the independent contractor, the 90-year-old model, irrelevant. This is about choice. Nobody's telling these people they have to go down this path. And there's laws in place and enforcement to take care of any abuses that occur out there. Not just those laws, but we've got boards, we've got commissions, federal, state, local enforcement. That will be handled accordingly.
And that's exactly why we wrote the Employee Rights Act.
That's right.
Was to give the American people choice. The American people want choice. And I agree 100% with you. Mr. Moore, thank you for your great work in analyzing our economic problems. I agree with you on workforce participation. The last time we balanced the budget in this country, we had almost 70% workforce participation in this country. That was 2001. And that was as a result of the legislation that President Clinton signed to promote work in this country and to get people out of poverty and into the workforce and to move up the food chain as fast as possible. And there's so many opportunities out there today. How do we change this? I mean, who is against giving somebody the opportunity and the dignity to hold a great job and to provide for their family?
Well, thank you, Congressman. Look, the evidence is crystal clear that what we did back in 1996 was a overriding success in every way. And a lot of the opponents said there would be blood literally on the House floor in this chamber, said there would be blood in the streets if we passed welfare reform, and exactly the opposite happened. And by the way, the biggest beneficiaries were a lot of the people who had been on welfare, who actually got into the workforce. I mean, look, you can't climb the ladder of economic success if you're collecting government benefits and not working. So it is really critically important to just restore all of the rules that we had in 1996. These work requirements began to be eviscerated under the Obama administration, and then they were the Biden administration has completely gotten rid of all of those reforms and work requirements.
Right.
We want a safety net. We want to make sure people don't go homeless or hungry, but we want to help them get in the workforce through training and through, they should be either looking for a job, in training, or in a job.
That's what America's all about, opportunity for all. Thank you very much,
you,
and I
Mr.
yield
Allen.
back.